Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's lesson, it's going to be more about theory. This is how to figure out how many sharps and how many flats are in the keys, as well as what their names are. So it's all about key signatures. This is an easier version of the circle of fifths, so hopefully you can find this helpful. Okay, so we're going to start off with sharps. If a key has one sharp, you can think about it as one line. If it has two lines, 1, 2, there's two sharps in that key. If it has three lines, 1, 2, 3, there's three sharps. 4, and if you draw a beat like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it has 5 sides, and so 5 sharps. So G major has 1 sharp, D major has 2 sharps, A major has 3 sharps, E major has 4 sharps, and B major has 5 sharps. This one is an exception. It's F sharp, and it has 6 sharps. So next, we're going to learn how to do flats. Well, basically, you're going to look at the sharps. So G major has 1 sharp, and you're going to think, well, if I had G flat, I would just need a number that can get me to 7 if I add it with 1. Well, what plus 1 makes 7? 6. So G flat major has 6. You want to be able to make the number 7 when you add these two together. You want to make 7. So, if I have D major, which has 2 sharps, and I need to make 7, what would D flat major have? How many flats would D flat major have? Well, it would have 5, because 5 plus 2 is 7. I'm going to do the same. A major has 3 sharps, so that would mean A flat has 4 flats. E major has 4, so E flat major will have 3 flats. B major has 5 sharps, so B flat major would have 2 flats. And here is another exception one. It's F major, and it has 1 flat. As you can see, the exceptions are both called F. We've got F sharp that has 6 sharps, and F which has 1 flat. These are all for major keys, so don't get confused with minor. Okay, so now we know how to figure out how many sharps or flats is in a key, but how are we going to know what sharps we've got? Well, there is an order of sharps, and it goes F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And how are we going to remember this order? Because you can't really remember it like this, F, C, G, D, A, E, B. It's not that easy. Well, there's a little sentence to remember that, and that goes, Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket. So if we have only 4 sharps, we know it would be Father Christmas gave Dad. So F, C, G, D. If we had 6 sharps, it would be F, C, G, D, A, E. Father Christmas gave Dad an electric, and so on. And now we're going to have the order of flats. And that is B, E, A, D, G, C, and F. So if you already remember the order of sharps, Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket, this is sort of the continuation. Blanket exploded and Dad got cold feet. So if we have 2 flats, we know blanket exploded. It'll be B and E. And if we have 1, it will just be B, blanket. You can do it with any one. If we have 3, blanket exploded and so on. You might notice that Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket is the same thing here, but written the other way around. Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket. And so is blanket exploded and Dad got cold feet. It's up here. Blanket exploded and Dad got cold feet. So they're just going the other way around. But don't forget, if it starts with an F, then it's a sharp. And if it starts with B, it's a flat. So there you go. Now you know how many sharps and flats is in a key, what the name of the key is, and what kind of flats or sharps you have in the key signature. Hopefully this helps. If you don't understand the circle of fifths, it's an easier way of remembering it. Thank you. Okay, so now let's test that theory. So, if we have the key of D major, which we remember it's 1, 2 lines, that means we have 2 sharps. And which sharps do we have? Well, let's think. Father, Christmas, so F and C. F, C. Okay, let's do another one. E major. So remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides or lines, and that means we have 4 sharps. So which ones? Well, Father Christmas gave Dad. So F, C, G, D. Now let's also do the one with flats. So first we have to remember the sharps, then we can figure out the flats. If we want to figure out B flat, let's first remember how many sides B major has. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 5 plus 2 equals 7, which means that B flat major has 2 flats. Of course, it starts on a B flat, as that's the name of the key. And it will be blanket exploded. So B and E flat. Let's do one more with flats. I'm going to choose A now. Well, in sharps, A has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. So that would mean it's 3 sharps. 3 plus 4 equals 7. So A flat major would have 4 flats. Which kind of flats? Well, blanket exploded and Dad. So B, E, A, D. And we start on A flat. Every time you have a name of a key with flats, it's always going to be starting on a flats. Here we go. Just to clear up, if the name of the key has a flat in it, like B flat, A flat, E flat, D flat, you start on a flat. But if it doesn't have the name flat, the word flat in it, like F major for instance, F major is an exception, as we know, it has 1 flat. You just start on an F. So in the same way, if the name of the key has sharp in it, like F sharp major, you start on F sharp and then you play 6 sharps. Great, thank you for watching.